My dear keto friends, have you been looking for a keto baguette recipe? Woo! Do I have one for you today? Welcome to the Keto Baking Mechanic, where we create, tweak, and enhance keto and low-carb breads and baked goods, including authentic keto and low-carb sourdough. Hi, I'm Sherry Mack. You'll always get the recipe link in the description. Be sure to like the recipe. Don't forget to subscribe, and make sure that you hit that notification bell so you can be informed when I have other videos coming down the pike. Okay, we're going to start by adding our wet ingredients. We've got our water. You want to microwave it for about 30 to 40 seconds in the microwave. Then I'm going to add the living starter. This is San Francisco 1849 Gold Rush to the mixer bowl. Add 2 eggs. Then some either avocado oil or olive oil, whatever works for you. We've got the Vital Wheat gluten. Oat fiber. Whole psyllium husks. Your favorite healthy salt. Use regular sugar. Don't waste your honey. It's going to be the fermentation is going to eat the carbs in the sugar, so don't worry about that. It also activates the yeast. Add our zero carb double acting baking powder. And lastly, our dried yeast. This is SAF dried yeast. Okay, now we're going to add the mixing bowl to the mixer. We're going to just put on our beater attachment. Lift up the lever. And put it on slow. Okay. Now I'm just going to take the dough off here. And you can see that it's just come together. That's called a shaggy dough. It's just a rough mixing. And we're just going to pull that into a ball. So you can see we just pulled it into a ball, and I'm going to let this sit now covered for a half hour to activate the gluten, to help activate the yeast and sugar so it starts to rise, and we'll be back in a half an hour. Okay, it's been 30 minutes, and you can see how the dough has risen because of the yeast, and there's been some fermentation of the sourdough discard or starter in with the ingredients, which helps to break them down and makes the dough more digestible, or the bread more digestible. And now we're going to add the J hook for kneading. You can use the other hook, the beater hook, if you like, or the beater adjustment if you don't have the J hook, but the J hook really does work the best. So we're going to lift that up, and I'm going to start slowly. And put it here. Okay, so we're going to shape this into a ball, and then I am going to stretch it over itself. We're going to stretch it a few times, pull it from the top. This is going to give us oven spray. So you want to pull it from the top and squeeze it at the bottom. So we're going to pull it, squeeze it. You want to do that 6 to 10 times. Okay, so now we're going to just roll it. And we're going to break it into 3 sections of the same size. Just feel them. See, this one's a lot smaller. These are both smaller than this one, so I'm going to take a little off of this. Add to each one. Then we'll do our little stretch. It's not really a stretch and fold. It's more like a stretch and squeeze. And this is just to help, again, with the oven spring, and we're going to measure them to make sure they're the same size. You can always weigh them if you like. I just don't like working with a scale. I don't know why. I have an aversion to it. Okay, let's see. Okay, so we're going to put 2 aside, and we're going to work with just 1. And sort of flatten it out as much as you can, stretch it out, and then you're going to fold one side and pull, turn it around, the other side and pull. And what this does is it helps to lengthen it. And then we're going to roll it out to about 12 inches so that it's a good size for the tray, for the baking tray. Okay, so I prepared the baking tray. This actually came in 6 cavities, and then I just had my handyman cut it in half because I like to do 3. And I sprayed them with a little bit of avocado spray to hold the parchment. Now, you don't need to use the tray if you like. You could just put the parchment on the baking sheet and then put the baguettes right on the parchment. But I like these to keep so that the baguettes keep their shape. So I'm just going to continue rolling this out so we make it a little bit longer so it fits the whole length of the baguette tray. To cover these baguettes and leave them for about an hour. Okay, the one thing to keep in mind with respect to these baguettes is when they're on the baking sheet and before you put them in the oven, you want to score 3 slits in each baguette. The reason why you do that is the slits allow the gas that builds up during baking to release. If you don't do that, you're going to have weird shaped baguettes. They'll be kind of straight with lumps on the side. They look really weird. So make sure you put the slits in the dough. These sourdough discard baguettes taste remarkably close to traditional bread with a soft crumb, crisp crust, and a very mild sourdough flavor. For more tang, let the shaggy dough rest for 1 hour or longer before shaping. Each baguette is 14 inches long and highly versatile. Trim the ends for canopies, slice for sandwiches or garlic bread, or cut it in half for a 6-inch sub with 4.5 net carbs.